Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Kenny Lamons here with Medicare Millennials. Really excited to talk about this topic today. Okay, I want to talk about the top 4 things that I wish that I knew starting out in the insurance industry, and that I want to share with each of you that I think are, if you are brand new or even if you're already an agent, these are 4 crucial things to remember to really help your overall mindset, your chances of success, and really just make you a more well-rounded agent. Okay, so I'm going to run through all 4 real quick, then I'll expand on each one of them. Number 1, find a niche and a system to go with it and stick with it. Give it a good, solid chance. Okay. Number 2, most things do not matter. Okay. So most of the things, the ancillary things related to selling insurance, are irrelevant to your bottom line and very little relevant, probably not very relevant at all, even to your long-term success. Okay. There's only a few key things that matter. Number 3, this one's big, guys. Don't do what I and other people have done. The grass isn't always greener on the other side, okay? And I'm going to expand on these. Number 4, I wish I would have taken this to heart earlier. Referrals are amazing, especially for a brand new agent. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to get referrals early on, okay? No matter what type of insurance that you sell. Okay. So that's the big picture there, right? Those 4. So let's review number 1 first. Find a niche and a system to go with it and stick with it. So what goes hand in hand with this is don't put yourself in a bad situation to begin with. Do your research. Find somebody you trust. If you get that feeling that they're not telling you everything, whether it be about commissions, contracting, leads, if you just have this uneasy feeling that your questions aren't being answered, pump the brakes before you even start. Make sure it's the right partner and the right fit, okay? And talk to other agents that are doing it already. Ask them questions first. Do your due diligence. But once you've done your due diligence and you feel confident in what you're going to do, and you're like, I get this, I see it clearly, I trust the organization or the point person that has introduced me to this opportunity, this niche, by the way, not everything all at once, whatever that niche is, stick with it, okay? Buy into that system, get passionate about that niche, and stick with it. You cannot do something for a month or even 6 months in good faith and tell me that, that wasn't a good opportunity. That was a scam. That was a racket. It just didn't work out for me. You have to do your due diligence up front and then stick with it, okay? Number 2, again, most things don't matter. I really feel like this ticks a lot of people off when I harp on this, but I'm just keeping it real with you guys. Most of the crap that agents think are so important are just irrelevant to their success, especially early on. I'll give you just a few examples, okay? The myth that every time that you hear of a carrier or a different product that you might use once in a blue moon, that you have to have it and you have to have every single carrier, so irrelevant. The truth is, if you plugged into a good niche and a good system, there's a handful of products and carriers that are going to carry you to the finish line. Focus on those. The others won't matter. Here's another example. CRMs. Guys, don't get me wrong. As you grow, as you scale, things like CRMs can make a big difference to your scalability, but it is so irrelevant early on. You don't even have any customers to put in there. Do like I did, and I'll be happy to share my Excel CRM template with anybody that books a phone call with me. I'm not just going to email it out willy-nilly because I just don't have time to do that. I know a lot of people will ask, but if you know me or if you want to reach out through our website and set up a quick phone call to chat, I'll share this little Excel template with you. You don't even need mine. You can make your own. It's a simple Excel spreadsheet that functions as my CRM. Guess what? Later on, as your book grows, it's already in CSV format. You can just upload it into your new CRM or send it to your email marketing company and they have all that information there. You don't even need a CRM starting out, at least nothing fancy. Those are just a couple of examples. Here's what does matter. Okay, so most things don't matter. Here's what does matter. Your lead source, the number of people that you see every week, relevant training that's very to the point and specific to what you're trying to do. And then just pump into those 3 or 4 core things that matter to your business. Okay, number 3 is the grass isn't always greener. I wish I would have known this earlier on. So at first, I was with a captive organization, and it was by no means a scam, but they certainly did not reveal the whole truth. Okay, let's just put it that way. And in that scenario, I stuck around too long. I spent years really building up for somebody else. And yes, I did learn, but I didn't need to stay there that long. So in that scenario, I needed to move on. The grass was going to be greener. It was time to graduate and grow up. But the grass is not always greener, and I found that out the hard way. If you have trustworthy people in your that you like, that are trustworthy, that you can talk to in your organization, that's a great start. This is all about relationships and trust in this business. If somebody is offering you a 5% more contract, come on, guys, like, you're jumping ship, re-going through contracting, hoping that you can trust this new organization for either a quote-unquote exclusive lead program that they have. Just be really careful about that. Tiny increases in comp that are pretty insignificant that you could probably ask from your own upline and get. A lot of those things, the grass isn't always greener. So just be very careful before you hop around, okay? Have a little bit of loyalty and people will be loyal to you, is what I found. And then the final one is referrals are amazing. I don't know what it was. When I was brand new in the industry, mostly selling final expense, a little bit of med sups, and like cancer policies. Mostly trying to sell final expense. And final expense is one of the harder products to get referrals for. By no means am I saying you can't do it, but people don't just hip hip hooray to walk you to the next door neighbor and say, hey, you really need to buy this life insurance from me. So that was a hard one to start out learning how to get referrals from, but especially if you're in Medicare, and I know you P&C agents know what I'm talking about, Medicare agents, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to. If you're a good educator and communicator, and you are really doing right by these people, they will refer you. And it's as simple as this, okay? First and foremost, you need to be leaving something like on their fridge. Like I leave a magnet business card that has my picture, my phone number really big, and says, Medicare something or another really big. But I leave them a stack of like 5 or 10, just thin, cheap business cards. Say, hey, look, Betty, I've loved helping you today. I'm gonna be your agent forever. Make sure I take care of you. And I know that you run into people who are in the same situation. They don't know what they have. They don't know if they need help. I encourage you to have them give me a call because I'm a local agent, and that's really how I get new customers, is when I help people out that they refer me. And they love to do it. They love to do it. So again, there's other ways to get referrals. I can expand on that more in another video, but learn to love referrals. Leave those things behind in every home that you're in, and ask for referrals in every home that you're in. And you will be shocked at, even if it's just 2 or 3 extra policies a week, that's huge when you're a brand new agent. It's huge to me. I do, but I get multiple inbound referrals every week now, and I wish I would have started nurturing that early on. So I hope this was helpful to you guys. These are 4 things I was reflecting on that I wish somebody would have shared with me when I was new to the insurance industry. So take it with a grain of salt. This is one man's opinion, but I think most of you will, especially you experienced agents, will agree with most of those points. Hey, we love when you comment. It really helps us get found on YouTube when you interact with this video, liking and commenting. Plus, just love to hear your feedback. So please do.